before the sun. The camel knows the way it has begun. Rajasthan unfolds in every grain, the kind of place that holds a different pain. No hurry here, the desert sets the pace. Each dune a sentence, each mirage a grace. Camel dust road, winding long and old, a road that knows more stories than I'm told. The road knows where I am trying to go. Camel dust road, going somewhere slow. Rajasthan ahead, the desert in the glow. Camel dust road, time runs differently here. Each step a breath, each breath a little clear. A shepherd crossed the road with 40 sheep. The camel didn't break its ancient sleep of walking steady through the amber ground. The desert is the quietest sound. At the next village, a woman at the well drew water, looked at me, no story to tell. Just morning, just the rope, just the wet stone. Camel dust road, even alone, not alone. The dust settles on everything. The bell swings slowly. The road keeps going, even when I stop. Camel dust road, going somewhere slow. Rajasthan ahead, the desert in the glow. Camel dust road, time runs differently here. Each step a breath, each breath a little clear. The sun climbed high and hid behind the haze. The camel rested in the afternoon's glaze. धूल थी, रास्ता था, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए था. Camel dust road, यही तो जिंदगी है. The fort turned gold at 4 in the afternoon. Jaisalmer in the light before the moon. Every stone absorbed the sun for years and gives it back like old familiar tears. I sat beneath a carved charoka frame and wrote down nothing, didn't need to name. The golden city doesn't need your words. It holds the light in all that it has heard. Jaisalmer knows how to keep the light. Jaisalmer Gold, afternoon in stone. Every carved window, keeping what is known. Jaisalmer Gold, quiet in the heat. A city made of everything complete. A woman hung her sari on the wall. The fabric caught the light and held us all. In that one moment, color against stone. Jaisalmer was the warmest kind of home. I bought some chai from a man on the stair. He knew I wasn't from there, didn't care. Jaisalmer Gold, the kind of place that sees that everyone who comes is trying to be free. The light went slowly, stone by stone, from gold to rose. Jaisalmer held the last light longer than anywhere. Jaisalmer Gold, afternoon in stone. Every carved window, keeping what is known. Jaisalmer Gold, quiet in the heat. A city made of everything complete. The stars arrived before the sun was done. Jaisalmer between the two, both one. सोना था वो शहर और सोने जैसी रात भी. The Thar doesn't speak, it listens first for all the words the traveler has rehearsed. And once you're still, the sand begins to talk in frequencies below a human walk. I sat between two dunes at afternoon. No phone, no voice, just me and the high moon. Sand and silence, rarest thing I've known. A world that holds you while you feel alone. The silence was the loudest thing I heard. Sand and silence, Thar in the afternoon. No voice but wind, no company but doom. Sand and silence, something here released. The noise I didn't know I carried ceased. beetle crossed the sand on angled legs, moving with the purpose no one begs. It didn't see me, went about its work. The Thar has no concern for those who shirk. I watched until it vanished in a fold, and felt the desert breathing warm and old. Sand and silence, the medicine they hide from everyone who never goes outside. Nothing, nothing, just sand, just wind, and then something released inside. Sand and silence, Thar in the afternoon. No voice but wind, no company but doom. Sand and silence, something here released. The noise I didn't know I carried ceased. I stayed until the shadow crossed the doom. Reethi, खामोशी थी और मैं थोड़ा हल्का हो गया था. The desert turns three colors in the west. At sunset pink, then rose, then darkest rest. The dunes become their softest in that hour. Each grain of sand a moment, each a flower. The camel caravan came to its stop. The fire was lit, the tea began to drop. Last light in Thar, a ceremony made by sun and sand and everything that stayed. The last light stays longer than the day. Last light in Thar, the day. A cameleer made chai on the open flame. I didn't learn his name, he didn't claim mine. Some meetings hold their grace in what's not said. The desert night arriving overhead. I held my cup and watched the last pink fade. The Milky Way unfolding newly made. Last light in Thar, then total perfect dark. The desert gave the sky its grandest mark. The fire, small and certain. The dark, immense and kind. The stars appeared one by one. Last light in Thar, the day lets go. The desert holds the color, doesn't show. Last light in Thar, the fire begins. The stars arrive where burned low and conversation fell. The desert night had its own things to tell. आखिरी रोशनी गई और उसके बाद जो आया वो भी सुंदर था।
From before the heat until the last of sun. Now the blanket and the open sky and everything that carried set aside. The nomad's rest is earned in every grain, each dune remembered, every sun and rain. I didn't sleep, I watched the stars arrive and felt the oldest thing to be alive. To rest is not to stop, just to receive. Nomad's rest, the desert for a roof, the stars the only company, the proof. Nomad's rest, the oldest kind of home, to feel completely free and not alone. A shooting star crossed sometime after 2, kind you only see when skies are true. I didn't make a wish, just said thank you to the desert, to the night, to something through. The cold came in at 3 with gentle press. The blanket held the fire's last caress. Nomad's rest, the Thar had given this, the quietest and most complete of bliss. The stars didn't move or seem to slowly, and I rested inside the universe. Nomad's rest, the desert for a roof, the stars the only company, the proof. Nomad's rest, the oldest kind of home, to feel completely free and not alone. Came in the east with its pale fire. The desert cooled before it turned to higher. Raat, bitayi, taron, neeche, nomad's rest. ये दुनिया की सबसे पुरानी नींद